Okay, hello everyone, and welcome to part 5 of our Final Fantasy VIII playthrough. Now, I have actually, I recorded part 5, and 6, and 7, and 8, and then I was going to upload part 5, and the file got corrupted or something. So what I ended up doing is that I went to a separate save file, started the game completely over, used the cheats on the Steam version of the game, which aren't even really cheats. It's just start the game with with 100 of a bunch of different magic. Which, I mean, I'm weaker now than I was at part 5 of the first time through. So it's not a big deal to start with those. But it saved me a lot of time grinding anyway. So I just rushed through everything to get to this point so I can re-record this episode specifically for you guys, so there's no gaps in the recordings. That's why it's a few days late. I'm sure all 6 of my subscribers care about that. Alright, so we just got back from Dolette, the seed exam. I'm trying to remember exactly what happened because, like I said, I've recorded all the way up to 8 already, and I haven't actually... It's been a while. Okay, so while we are in Balam, there's 2 things we should do. First, this is the hotel. Upstairs in the hotel, there is a copy of a magazine, the Timber Maniacs magazine. Now, unlike the other magazines you pick up throughout the game, Timber Maniacs doesn't actually do anything in terms of mechanics. You don't get anything from it. You don't unlock new weapons or anything, because Weapon Monthly unlocks new weapons. And like Combat King will unlock new limit breaks for Zell and stuff like that. Timber Maniacs doesn't actually do that. It does, however, slightly affect the plot when you collect them in a certain order. There are 2 Timber Maniacs in Balam. There is one in the train station, off in this direction, and there's one in the hotel. You can get one or the other. You cannot get both. And which one you get changes a scene that's going to be coming up. I think I recorded it in part 8. Yeah, part 8. So it is coming up here. That scene has changed. So I got one of the Timber Maniacs in this episode. The first time I recorded it, I got the one in the hotel, so I got the one in the hotel this time as well. Inside this house, the closer one, is Zell's house. Okay, so Zell tells you not to make yourselves too comfortable. He won't let you go upstairs, he'll complain. That's my room. You know, it's sacred, keep out. So just don't go up there, that's fine. In the living room of Zell's house, there's a magazine over here. It's kind of a developer's joke, and I think it's lost in translation. Because it is not an issue of Timber Maniacs. That's the joke. Okay. I didn't find it funny, but it is there. There's no reason to get it or not get it, just if you're playing along and exploring. Mama Dinch has the Zell card in her possession, so if you're playing cards, play with her. I'm not going to, because I haven't yet, so why should I start on this save file, this second save file, just to show you episode 5, the second recording. So I don't have any of the rare cards in this save file. I'm going to go back to the original save file for every episode hereafter, hopefully, if the recordings actually work. So yeah. She has the Zell card. Okay. The first time I recorded this, I actually was desperately trying to get to the library multiple times for part 2 of the Library Girl with the Pigtails quest. And I just couldn't, because you're stuck railroaded on a series of scenes for the next little bit. So you just have to wait for the test results. Till then, see ya. Alright, so you split up. Okay. Just run on through. Yeah, I'm doing this for more plot reasons at this point, because I have starting magics and everything. I think I'm a level above where I was when I first recorded this. Like level 11, all the characters, instead of... I'm pretty sure in part 8 I'm still level 8 or 9 on all the characters, so I definitely gained more experience, but I also wasn't trying to avoid it like I was the first time through. Okay, so yes, I can't get to the library because as I approach, I'm stuck into this cutscene here. Zhu was our chaperone on the quest. She was the one that briefed us. She's a seed as well. Candidates are back safely. Yep. We didn't realize all they were after was the abandoned communication tower. It's pretty weird to start a war just to repair a broken tower. Yep, we've received word from Dolette. The army has agreed to withdraw as long as the communication tower is repaired and remains operational. So they must have big plans for that tower. Well, in any case, Galbadia's out of there. We got our money. We could have made more if they stayed around, though, because we could have kept fighting. Yeah, so you can talk to them. At this point, you're allowed to talk to people again. Because you were avoiding that the entire mission for professional reasons, but now the mission's over, so you're allowed to communicate. Quistis is playing favorites again, you know, bad teacher. He's not very social, though. Whatever. Results of the exam should be announced soon. Just stick around here. And Sid, how did it feel out there to be on the battlefield? It felt good, I guess. The whatever is kind of a... People use it as a meme, to make fun of Squall for being so non-committal about everything. But it's actually the exact same term that Cloud used as his catchphrase in Final Fantasy VII. So they're kind of... Like, the developers of Final Fantasy VIII are mocking themselves when they made Final Fantasy VII. Like, they did this intentionally. Because they kind of make fun of... Like, the rest of the characters make fun of Squall throughout the game. Yep. So Cypher's all butthurt about it. Oh, you were only looking for a fight. Yeah. Those are cruel words for an aspiring student. And then he calls her out as like, a mediocre instructor like you would never understand. So... but Zhu's like, well, you'll take all responsibility for leaving the designated area, so it won't reflect poorly on Zell or Squall's scores. It's like, well, isn't it the captain's duty to take the best possible action? And she just calls him out, like, you're never going to be a seed, calling yourself a captain is a joke. I should also point out he's the only one not in uniform, so that probably counts against him too. Basically just confirmation before he even got the scores back that he did not pass the test. Yeah. And he's shaking with rage or whatever. I mean, I don't think he's crying. I think he's just angry, frustrated. I don't know. It's hard to tell with these PS1 graphics. You will be disciplined for your irresponsible behavior. You must follow orders exactly during combat. Yeah. We aren't paid to be heroes, we're paid to follow orders. But I'm not entirely without sympathy for you. He's giving the speech. I don't want you all to become machines. I want you all to be able to think and act for yourselves. I am blah blah blah. Interrupted as a staff member comes in. Sid, you have some business in your office, blah blah blah. Okay. Oh, I got issues in hand here. So he leaves to his office to take care of business. Seed shall not act beyond the exact wording of the contract. We are not a non-profit organization. Yeah. See, I can't get to the library because I get the announcement. All students who participated must report to the second floor hallway. So that's where you go. Alright, so we come over here, and got Raijin and Fujin, Cypher's henchmen, bodyguards here, Fujin was saying that'd be all your fault if Cypher doesn't become a seed. She can be pretty scary, you know? And then, yeah, she doesn't talk much. So I believe if you try to go into the classroom or try to go back to the elevator, it triggers, like if you try to leave the area. No, it's just on a timer then. You just have to actually wait. He doesn't have anything to say, apparently, and neither does she. Yep. Yep. Just, there we go. Dinch, Zell Dinch. Squall from Squad B. Please step forward. Yeah, they don't give your character a last name in the game. I mean, he has a last name. It's in the owner's manual for the game. It's Lionheart, but they don't actually say it in game for some reason. I don't know why. I guess because you get to name your character at the beginning, they don't want to break that illusion. You'll be dispatched all over the world. You're proud to introduce Seed, Balam Garden's mercenary for soldiers. So he's given this big acceptance speech, or congratulations speech. And once again, he is cut off. Multiple times during the game, you know, you get the feeling that he has more to say, and he can't get to say it. There's also some tension between Sid and the faculty as well. You know, just something to be aware of. Foreshadowing, I guess. Here's your Seed rank report, and then you get a little form, and he hands it out to each person individually. So that's Selfie, looking forward to the Garden Festival. She passed. Do your best even if you don't stand out, he says to the person who's not a party member, and thus will never stand out. That's not to say he's worthless. He actually does have value to the plot. He is important, but he's not a party member. I think his name is Nita. I think it's a Star Wars reference. Try to control your emotions a little, Zell. That makes sense. Finally, a Gunblade specialist. Apparently, Seed hasn't had one before. Okay, this ends the inauguration. Dismissed. Okay, at this point, you can get an item by speaking to Sid. But I forgot to do that when I was recording the first time around. You can get it later by speaking to him in a different location at one other spot, and if you don't get it then or here, you don't get that item at all, ever. So, in order to remain consistent with episode 6 that I have already recorded, I am not taking it now. I'm just going to leave, and then in the next episode when I do get it, it will make sense. So, there we go. So yeah, they're excited. Seeds give a speech in front of the entire class, and then an inauguration party. Alright, so let's continue on, go back to the classroom. Cypher's there. Slow clap. There you go. Alright, so he's at least a good sport about it. Okay, so you do get your report. Here's the thing. This is a re-recording, and I rushed through it the second time through. So this isn't the actual score I got. But I can go through it real quick. Conduct is if you talk to anyone during the mission, it's like your person. It's it's conduct. No, attitude is whether you talk to anyone. Conduct is, what is conduct? I'm not entirely sure. Judgment is the fire cavern portion. where you set yourself a time limit and then you finish within that time limit. And the information I gave you in part 1, the wait on the Ifrit screen, the naming screen until it's 0, that was patched out in the Steam version of the game. So you actually have to judge it for real. You actually have to time it so that you finish within like 30 seconds of the timer going off in order to get full points. I didn't worry about it here. In fact, with the cheats enabled, I actually finished with like 6 minutes left. So that's why it's 50 points and not 100. But it was 0 the first time through because I actually overwent the time because I didn't know that they had patched out that exploit. So something to be aware of. Attack is the total number of enemies killed the entire game so far. And carding them does not count. You have to actually fight them and kill them. And it's if you kill more than like 70, then you get the full 100 points or whatever. Spirit is how many times you run away from the giant snake mech or spider mech. If you just avoid it entirely, you only run away the one mandatory fight, then you get full points. And if you manage to defeat it, then you get full points. And if you beat the mech, whatever your final seed ranking is, you get a bonus +1 to it. So there's that. So I'm not entirely sure what conduct is. Attitude is talking to people during the mission. No, conduct is how quickly you got back to the beach. Yeah, that's what that is. That's how quickly you got back to the beach with a 30-minute time limit. Okay, so that makes sense. Yes, you will be paid a salary at regular intervals. The salary is determined by your seed rank. Your seed rank will change depending on your actions in battle. Some actions will cause your rank to go down. So if you flee from battle, if you ever escape, your rank will suffer for it. Okay, so Sophie found you. She's in her new seed uniform. She's very excited. Okay. She get changed too. We have a party to go to. I'm going to hurry up and do that. Okay. So this is Squall in his seed uniform. I imagine Squall just left the door open while he was changing. That makes total sense. But being the emo loner that he is, he's just gonna sit here and look out the window. Both seeds, yep. Put it there, man. Nope. Not doing that. Even as the seeds are still the same, that's typical of you. See ya. Oh, hey, Zell, want to join the Garden Festival Committee? Nope, I just remembered I gotta do something, bye. But yeah, alright. Squall! Yeah, you know what's coming. Want to join the Garden Festival Committee? You can help out whenever you have time. Please? Yeah, go ahead and say yes. I think it unlocks a side mission later. Pretty sure it does. Sure, you seem to be putting a lot of effort into this. Woohoo! Whatever. I know we'll be busy with seed stuff, but let's work hard on the Garden Festival too. Alright. Bye! Yeah, that's literally all she wanted to say. So we have this little cutscene here. Shooting star. Okay. Thanks, I guess. Nope. So they kind of bill this character as kind of a goofy, sort of lighthearted character, doing the hypnotized thing. I mean, he chuckles. That's the biggest response we've ever seen out of Squall. So there's that. You can't dance. I'm looking for someone and I can't be on the dance floor alone. Come on. Alright. So she forces you into it. He wasn't kidding when he said he couldn't dance. He's really fumbling it. And then just like that, after a few fumbles, he's suddenly an expert. That's all it takes, right? Yep, that's how story writing goes, right? You know, TV shows, movies, it all happens the same way. So, and she apparently found who she was looking for. She says thank you for the dance, and she leaves. All right. The music choice was appropriate for that as well, for reasons. You really are an excellent student. Even that dance was perfect. Thank you. Awkward silence. Can I help you with something? So you'll dance with someone you don't even know, but you can't stand being around me? Yeah, you're a teacher. It's different. Whatever. Yeah, exactly. You're an instructor and I'm your student. It's kind of awkward when you don't say anything. Yeah? Okay. Completely forgot. This is the entire reason she came out here. Go to the secret area. It's where students secretly meet up to talk after curfew. It's a makeout spot. It's the makeout spot. It's inside the training center. What do you want to do there? She wants to make out with you, dude. Come on. That's why she just wants to stand near you. Are we going there to tell everyone they're violating curfew? Because if that's the case, forget it. I'd leave that for the disciplinary committee. I'm not having any part of that. She just laughs. Get changed and meet me in front of the training center. This will be my last order. It's like, okay. And you can ask her, what do you mean last order? Say, oh, I just have a lot on my mind. And then that's all she'll tell you. It's like, okay. Get changed and meet at the training center. What's this all about? Alright, so because this is the training center, let's go switch. There we go. Yes, get changed. And you can't get into the library at night. It is blocked off by faculty members. So is the parking lot, apparently. It seems like a weird thing to block off. But, yeah. So I can't do that either. I think I have to. I don't think I did it in part 5 at all. In fact, I know I didn't because I know where I stopped part 5. So I picked it up in part 6, going to the library. But it was pretty humorous the first time I recorded part 5, constantly trying and never getting there. If you fought the T-Rexor in the training center, I'm not sure. You can defeat it quite easily if you're using Status Junction. Let's go over the Status Junction tutorial. No, let's not do that. Let's skip. Well, just use a sleep attack and T-Rexor. Okay. And actually, let's see. I am pretty sure that I do. Yes, I do have sleep attack on Squall. That's fine. That'll work. Alright, so the training center is shaped like a donut. You can go in either direction, doesn't matter. I usually go counterclockwise. I don't know why, it just feels more comfortable that way with the camera angles and everything. That draw point is blind, I believe, like you blind enemies, or silence, something like that. It's nothing impressive, so I'm not going to bother getting it this time around. Okay. So yeah, I'm just one-shot killing them. I'm not too worried about it. The experience gain, I'm not too worried about that either, because I'm just getting through this for the sake of completion, so that you guys have a full record of my adventures, replacing a corrupted video file, you know? Okay, so here's the secret area, back here. So you see some canoodling. I haven't been here for a while. Yeah, I know guys hate you. I get it. You're lonely. I get it. Just like throwing herself at me. Come on. So, I mean, it is a nice, like, for as far as makeout spots go, you could do worse than a view of the garden, you know? Also, very awkward silence. What time is it? It's after midnight. Oh well. Yeah, this is a real nice scene right here. I, Quistis Trepp, am no longer an instructor as of now. Probably as of a few minutes ago, when it hit midnight. I am now just a member of Seed, just like you. Who knows, maybe we'll end up working together. Okay. Like, oh really? Was that all you have to say? Yeah, no, he doesn't care. He really does not care that you got fired. It's like, sucks to be you. If that's how it is, you gotta have to abide by it. It's like, alright. Like, he really does not care. So she's pouring her heart out to him here. Like, they told me that I failed, I lacked leadership qualities, I'm a terrible instructor. I mean, yeah, kinda. Favoritism's not something a teacher should do in general. You know, I was C'd by the age of 15. I got my instructor's license at 17. It's only been a year. So she's young. She is Squall's age, you know? And he's just, yeah, whatever. Why are you telling me this? He does not care. I wonder where I went wrong. This is all so upset. I did my best. I don't know what's... Are you even listening to me? Nope. He's not. It's like, are you done yet? I don't want to talk about it. What am I supposed to say about other people's problems, huh? I'm not asking you to say anything. I just want you to listen. Yeah, he just... Then go talk to a wall. Aren't there times when you want to share your feelings with someone? Everyone has to take care of themselves. I I don't want to carry anyone's burden. No leadership qualities, failed instructor, perhaps they're right. Yeah, so, yeah. I said in part 1 that the reason I like Final Fantasy VIII is the character development, because, like, they address that Squall is a selfish, emo prick, you know? And they, like, he changes over time. Like, the other party members draw him out of his shell. So, you know, this is setting the groundwork for that to happen. And it's a very awkward beginning, but, you know, it's necessary for this long, long journey, you know. Because we are still fairly early on in the game. We haven't even left Balam yet, so we've got a ways to go. We hear a screech in the distance. Somebody help! Come on, Squall, let's go play hero. Alright, yeah. And it is the mystery girl from the very beginning of the game that we saw in the infirmary. Squall! Squall, Quistis. Okay, so she recognizes Quistis as well. That's important to note, because she knows Squall, she knows Quistis, and Squall did not know her at all. Just something to be cognizant of going forward, I guess. The plot thickens. And by thickens, I mean, like, it just starts, you know? We haven't even really gotten into it yet. Yeah, this is such a hard boss, guys. You have no idea how hard this is. That guy just did 8 whole damage to me. It's insane. Now, these guys do have Shell and Protect, and you won't be getting those for a while in the normal game. So if I weren't just rushing through this for the recording's sake, I would actually draw a few. I did draw a few the first time I recorded, so that if you're playing along, that's definitely something to do. But, you know, for the sake of the recording, we're here for the plot, we're not here for the gameplay, right? We're just here to fill the hole of the recording. Yeah. There we go. Okay, enter mysterious guys in white jumpsuits, I guess. It's not safe here, let's go. And they take her away before we can figure out who she is. Like, she kind of looks back, and we're just like, who the hell was that? Yeah, Quistis does not recognize her either. So neither Squall nor Quistis has recognized this girl, who knows both of them. So that's kind of spooky, I guess. I don't know. It's the mystery of the game, you know. They're setting up the plot. It's not like everyone can get by on their own, you know? To which Squall responds, says who? Right. Now, I'm pretty sure I got through this a lot faster the second time than I did the first time. So this might actually be a shorter episode. Probably because I didn't spend 16 minutes trying to get the Zell card from Mama Dinch at the beginning. That probably went a long way. But, you know, either way, this is where I ended the episode last time. So in order to remain consistent with episode 6 that is already recorded, I'm going to end the episode here this time as well. Now I am using slot 2 for the cheating save file, I guess, in case that ever comes up. So if for some reason a future episode is also corrupted, I guess I'll continue from here and just fill in any gaps that are corrupted that way as well. But for now, I'm really hoping that the other videos upload just fine, and I can continue with my actual save file over here, which I guess I shouldn't have shown you that, because that actually says where I'm at. That shows the location of the save. But whatever, you know, it's a preview. You see the playtime, though. Playtime 2 hours, while the playtime on the other one's like 9 hours or something. The playtime's not really relevant because I leave the game running while I go to eat dinner or whatever, so ignore that. It's not important, but it does show that I did rush through this here at the beginning to get to this point to fill in the recording. But yeah, so thank you guys for watching, and if there is any inconsistencies recording from episode 5 to episode 6, because I think I know I covered all my bases. I'm trying to think if there was anything that I had said or done in episode 6 that isn't reflective, that referenced something that I didn't do in the second recording this time around. Not that I can think of. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and hopefully we don't have this problem in the future, so we can just continue uploading what I already have recorded. But you know, thanks again, and see you next time.